I'm from Nekota and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Ken Godler and I'm from Australia, but I'm part Fijian from Rugby, and I love listening to Today FM Rocks.
For the best music and less talk, we tune into Today FM in National Village. Today FM rocks.
My name is Inai Ali and I'm from Ba, and I love the big breakfast on Today FM. I just love it and hope you love it too.
My name is Jay from La Paz. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Naushin and I'm from Sambeto, and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. Tonight, investigations launched into alleged police brutality in Pacific Harbour. Insufficient evidence, DPP rules on alleged breach of Public Order Act. And Mika Singh here and ready to party. Director of Public Prosecutions Christopher Pride has ruled that there is insufficient evidence to charge the 6 men who were arrested and detained for a suspected breach of the Public Order Act. Anna Ravulo has the report.
The DPP also says there is insufficient evidence to charge anyone in relation to a possible charge of incitement contrary to the crimes decree. Activist Choninda Kovula, politicians Sitiveni Rambuka, Mahendra Chaudhry, Professor Biman Prasad and Tupeni Baba and unionist Atar Singh were arrested last month. Pride says following a review of the evidence, he is satisfied there is insufficient evidence to sustain a charge as these men had no intention to attend the meeting in breach of the Act. He says apart from the event organizer Choninda Kovula, the other 5 attended the meeting without knowing there was no permit. However, no charges will be laid on Dakavula as neither the Act nor its amendment provides an offence for failing to apply for a permit. Pride says police have powers to stop and disperse any public meeting if they suspect there has been a breach of the Act or they believe a breach may occur. He says it also appears police were selective in who they arrested, given that a large number of people had attended the public meeting. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama held a roundtable discussion today in Sydney with the Fiji-Australia Business Council. Discussing the state of the economy, the PM reiterated his position that Fiji is open for business and that investors need to take advantage of the incentives on offer. Bainimarama described Fiji's economic outlook as unprecedented in the region, with the 7th year of consecutive growth forecast.
The easy access to other regional markets. We have an educated English-speaking workforce. Our investments in new infrastructure such as new roads and airports and dramatically more efficient ports. General connectivity, that includes world-class telecommunications, plus a government that is very pro-business.
The PM is expected to hold bilateral meetings tomorrow with the Australian government representatives before heading to New Zealand on Wednesday. The World Bank is exploring closer ties with Fiji post-elections in 2014. The group led by Vice President of the East Asia and Pacific World Bank, Victoria Kwakwa, will be visiting tropical cyclone Winston affected areas. Kwakwa and her team met Acting Prime Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum this morning and were briefed on rehabilitation work underway.
Looking at the school infrastructure, making sure that the codes are adhered to, and also having more detailed and better architectural designs of these schools and building them more in a more resilient way.
We did, of course, raise a number of issues in respect of how we think that perhaps World Bank can look at a number of issues in the manner in which they deal with their member countries. It's not just specifically about Fiji, but we had discussions around small states, access to concessional funding and events through which you should be able to get that.
Mika Singh, one of India's biggest pop stars, is finally in Fiji. Known for his blockbuster hits such as Subah Hone Nade, Moja Hi Moja and Baat Saturday Ki Hai, the star is rearing to set Fiji alight when he gets on stage for his concerts in Suvarnadi this week. Shireen Shivan reports.
Excited fans waited eagerly to welcome the superstar at the Nandi International Airport this morning.
This is the first visit to Fiji for Singh, an Indian singer, songwriter, composer and performer who made his debut in Bollywood in 1998, and he was more than pleased with the Fijian reception. His one mission: to get everyone into the party mood.
It's very difficult to make people dance. So we are the special people for that, because I sing all kind of songs: Bollywood, Punjabi, hip hop, or pop and Sufi. So I want everyone should be at my concert and they can enjoy it. Definitely we're going to make them dance.
The artist was also serenaded by fans at the airport, performing one of his own hits, Subha Hone Na De. The 39-year-old artist is overwhelmed with the welcome he has received so far and has a special treat for the people of Fiji.
Very soon I should sing in Fiji language or Fiji style. So I will record one song and I will especially dedicate to Fiji people.
Singh is currently one of the top entertainers in Bollywood and appears in comedy shows. His first show will be at the Vodafone Arena in Suva tomorrow, while the second show will be at Nandy's Prince Charles Park on Wednesday. For tonight, the star will be at a charity dinner at the Holiday Inn, raising funds for the cyclone victims. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
Coming up on FBC News, Russia commits to Pacific climate change course. And daylight robbery caught on camera. Stay with us.
Enam bantuan jinangan 60 FM enusur. 10 FM, 6 bantuan ser.
Mula siya puni ba lambasan nada ko bila merikibi 10 FM 6 bantuan ser talita itu ngai lambas.
10 FM 6 bantuan ser.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. A video of what appears to be police brutality has emerged on social media. The video, allegedly shot in Pacific Harbour this morning, purportedly shows at least 3 police officers beating suspects who are lying on the ground. Ali Kimbia has more.
What do you? The amateur video was filmed by a passerby using a smartphone and captures a few seconds of video showing police using batons and kicking 2 men by the roadside. The policemen are in uniform and there are 3 police vehicles surrounding the detained men and a white vehicle.
The police cannot be both the law and its transgression. The police cannot violate basic rights to protect law and order.
Police spokesperson Anna Isoro confirms they will investigate after being alerted to the video by FBC News. However, Raj says the commission does not condone this act of brutality.
I call once again on the police to please independently investigate this thing, to furnish us with an independent report and build confidence in the public by showing that the police is not condoning acts of violation.
The Fiji Police Force is urging the public to report such matters directly to police and avoid posting it on social media. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Fiji Airways and Fiji Link have imposed a ban on Samsung Galaxy Note 7 devices on all its flights. Support for climate change adaptation and resilience for the Pacific continues to pour in, with Russia now committing to the course. This was confirmed at the Second Pacific Islands Climate Outlook Forum in Nadi today. Ellen Stahls reports.
Speaking at the forum this morning, Deputy Secretary for Transport Louis Naisara says Fiji plays a huge role as far as climate change action is concerned.
Honorable Prime Minister and Lieutenant General, Minister for Finance are playing the lead role. Going out into the international arena, voicing Fiji, what Fiji wants and the Pacific, on behalf of the Pacific, notifying international organizations and our international partners that yes, we are the ones who are the first casualties, we can say, so to speak.
In the Pacific, the Russian government has allocated over $8 million, the bulk of which is going towards regional disaster resilience in the Pacific, SIDS project, while the rest is to help rehabilitation for Vanuatu following Tropical Cyclone Pam.
We need this technical assistance from them, and also they come in financially. So they are here to assist our people.
While international funding does help, some feel that practical, simple solutions go a long way to save lives and safeguard communities in the Pacific, especially during natural disasters.
And preparedness is not something that you do when there is warning. Preparedness, you do it at normal times. Yeah? So I think there's also some misconception in our region. We are just waiting for the cyclone season and we do the preparedness. You build your house to a kind of strength during normal times because you knew if there is a strong wind to this level, my house can still be able to resilient.
The aim of this forum is to provide a platform to consolidate seasonal forecasts for multiple sources by issuing a consensus outlook, and funding is expected to help Pacific Islanders to be prepared for the next natural disaster. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Villages in Taviuni before Matei Airport all the way to Waievo and Somosomo will soon get electricity. This was confirmed by FEA CEO Hasmukh Patel today during the submission of FEA's annual report to the Public Accounts Committee. FEA is currently constructing a diesel power station to help the Somosomo hydro scheme produce electricity. Plans are to have electricity supplied to these villages by as early as December.
Somosomo hydro has been built under a Chinese grant scheme, but that hydro scheme cannot operate on its own year-round and supply electricity to some of the customers in the view.
Another daring daylight robbery has been caught on camera in Lautoka. Thanks to social media, the assailant in the footage has been identified and is currently in police custody. Maggie Boyle reports.
A little after 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and this man casually trespasses onto this property in Lautoka. Homeowner Lance Miller says the surveillance system was only put in last year after a previous robbery.
I came through to feed the dogs at the house, and after feeding the dogs, I had a walk around the house and discovered that one of the screens had been busted into, and the bars had been pried off, and someone had entered the house. The whole thing was caught on CCTV.
While he's thankful no one was home at the time of the burglary, this incident, among a spate of others, is cause for concern.
Basically, after 10 minutes of putting it on Facebook, someone had called up and said they know of this person or know the person, and the police got in touch with that guy straight away. Got in touch with the guy that knew him.
Meanwhile, police spokesperson Anna Naisora says a suspect has been arrested and is currently in custody at the Lautoka police station. This was made possible after the video circulated online.
Yeah, it's just a violation. I mean, the more surveillance there is, I think the better it is for Lautoka, for the country, I think. People can then look at footage and track someone breaking into a house.
The daring robber took all of 10 minutes to evade the house, steal a laptop and some money worth an estimated $3,000. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
A presentation for a police armed unit in the country will be made to the government later this month. Commissioner of Police Brigadier General Sithiven Ngilio says for now they are in talks with the Chinese government over the acquisition of technology, especially drones, to help step up their operations. Ngilio says the force is an unarmed institution and in most events officers are faced with criminals carrying dangerous weapons. He says officers for now only rely on non-lethal gadgets like pepper sprays and batons to protect themselves. However, discussions on the issue with the Fiji military for a specialized unit have taken place, and legislations will need to be drawn up in as far as rules of engagement is concerned. The Fiji Red Cross Society is building 50 homes in cyclone-stricken areas. Director General Felipe Nainotha says at the same time they are also training carpenters to build safer cyclone-resilient homes. Construction of 2 homes have been completed in Nambo Tolu and Nokonoko in Ra, where a number of homes were damaged.
What we're doing is we're building it in communities and training the carpenters in the community on how to build a good home so that they can use the help for homes that government is giving them, the materials that they get, to be able to build good homes. And that's the strategy. That way we'll be able to reach more people.
The NGO assisted around 13,000 households following tropical cyclone Winston. Sports is up next, and here's Jamie with all the very latest.
Raka Jackie, and good evening. Coming up, Fijian bus to miss the ride with flying Fijians. And Fiji FA races against time to complete Premier League. This and more after the break.
मैं जुगेन नंबिलो तालिब से रेडियो फिजी 2 24 घंटे मेरे साथ साथ रहता है।
हम मंगेरी ताउका के ललित से हमारे दिल में और दिमाग में खाली रेडियो फिजी 2 है और सभी भाइयों से आग्रह करते हैं कि रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनना चाहिए।
मेरा नाम अभिनेश है, मैं निंदी का रहने वाला हूँ। मैं सभी समय रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनता हूँ क्योंकि उसमें आईना प्रोग्राम रहता है।
हाय, मैं उमेश नसासा नाबुआ से। मैं जब
Fiji Sevens Olympic gold medalist Joshua Tuisova will have to wait a while longer before he can feature for the national 15s team. Dubbed the Fijian bus, Tuisova suffered an injury while playing for Toulon in France over the weekend. Flying Fijians coach John McKee, who's in Wellington, confirmed receiving the report on Tuisova's injury. McKee says Benito Masilevu, who was named in the non-travelling reserves, could be roped into the squad. The Flying Fijians face the Barbarians, England and Japan in test matches next month in London. The Argentina 15 scored a last-minute try to edge the Telecom Fiji Warriors 27-26 this morning to claim the America's Pacific Challenge trophy. Argentina scored 2 tries in the first half, racing to a 17-0 lead. Fiji fought back gallantly the second half with tries to Lepani Rayala and Sitiveni Kunanga to make it 17-12. Rayala scored another 2 tries in the match, but it wasn't enough, with Argentina stealing the win in the 84th minute with a converted try. The Fiji Football Association is racing against time to complete the Vodafone Premier League competition. The association has its hands full with the Pacific Cup lined up for next month and the OFC Champions League nominations also looming. Rohit Deo tells us more.
The
Vodafone Premier League Round 2 competition kicks off tomorrow, and Fiji FA is looking at completing the competition in 6 weeks.
We are running against time, so matches has been scheduled for weekdays, and it will go up till 15th of November before we'll complete with the full rounds of Vodafone Premier League matches.
It is not just the VPL that is on the cards for Fiji FA to worry about, as the Senior League competition playoffs takes place this weekend.
Vodafone Senior League will be represented by the qualifiers from 3 zones, which is North, South and Western zones. West we have Reki, North we have Pua, and in Southern zone we have Lemi, who will be playing on a single round competition.
The Southern and Western Division Youth League competitions are over, with the Northern Division to start this week.
Rewa has qualified from the Southern Zone, and we are yet to complete the Northern Zone Youth League, which is also expected to finish in a fortnight's time.
On the broadcast side isn't good.
Meanwhile, in the VPL, Ba takes on Nanronga at 4 p.m. at Govin Park tomorrow. On Wednesday, Suva plays Rewa at 7:30 p.m. at Nausarin Ratu Kambau Park. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
He may be young and with very little boxing experience compared to his New Zealand opponent, but Sebastian Singh is raring to get into the ring with Daniel Maxwell this weekend. This will be the first time that the 21-year-old gets to fight an international bout at home. Meli Tavanga caught up with him at the Uptown Gym in Samambula today.
Singh says his preparations for the fight against Daniel Maxwell of New Zealand has been boosted by the expert advice and training from his father.
I know he's coming to Fiji, he's not coming for a holiday, he's coming because he means business. I've seen him fight, he's very, very tough, he's very aggressive. He throws a lot of surprise punches. In a sport like boxing, one punch could change everything, so we got to be really sharp and top of our game on Saturday.
He says this fight is very important to him personally, since he will be fighting in front of his home crowd.
This is huge, because usually I fight in Australia and I'm always the outsider, but today, on Saturday I'll be fighting locally, and for me that's big, and I hope that the fans back me up. I really need the fan base and all the supporters, the people who support boxing, and if people want to see something different, don't miss it on Saturday, because every time I fight I bring something different on the table. So.
Working tirelessly to get everything right, his dad Gyan Singh is confident the young boxer will give the Kiwi a run for his money when they face off this Saturday.
Well, we have trained very hard for this fight because the boy is more experienced than what he is, but we are fully prepared to encounter whatever comes across, and it's going to be a pretty good fight.
Singh has fought 7 fights in his professional career with 6 wins and a loss. Melita Wanga, FBC Sports.
Around 20 teams will be part of Cricket Fiji's senior men's nationals, which will be played at the newly renovated Albert Park from next Tuesday. The tournament, previously known as the Crompton Cup, has attracted teams from as far as Sydney. Oniata Cricket Club has arrived early and will play a few friendly matches before the competition begins.
We came here to keep the boys staying in the island, to play for them to just play in the island, to come and visit Suba. But sometimes they come, they go. We are here to let them know that we to enjoy the game.
That's it from sports this evening. It's back to Jackie now with business.
The deadline for applications for the ANZ Fiji Excellence in Tourism Awards has been extended to November 7th, 2016. Chairman of the Board of Trustees, James Owane, says the extension is due to the challenging start that many members had in the beginning of 2016 because of Tropical Cyclone Winston. He says the trustees wishes to encourage more entries to make the 2016 Excellence in Tourism Awards the best ever and give the tourism industry the recognition it deserves. Owane has also confirmed that for the individual awards, organizations and others may nominate more than one person for recognition in the 3 individual award categories: Fiji Pride Champion, Emerging Tourism Leader, and Tourism Leader. The extension also offers the opportunity to those that have sent in the applications to update their submissions if they wish. The morning started off bright and sunny, but gradually the skies turned grey, accompanied by heavy rainfall today. Looking at the temperatures, Lambasa was the warmest centre today at 31 degrees. Other centres were at 29, leaving Savu the coolest at 28 degrees. For tomorrow, rainy periods are expected for most parts of Fiji. And the further outlook, we're looking on to Wednesday. The rainy conditions are expected to move away from the eastern areas of Fiji, while the north can expect rain to continue. At sea, easterly winds 20 to 25 knots, rough seas. Recapping the main stories for tonight, investigations launched into alleged police brutality in Pacific Harbour, insufficient evidence, DPP rules on alleged breach of Public Order Act, and Mika Singh here and ready to party. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Results from last week's poll question, we had asked, are we prepared for the upcoming cyclone season? 66% said no. This week we are asking, should the ban on fireworks be eased this year? To answer, visit our FBC website. Remember to send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. Good night.
Yandra! I love listening to Gold FM at Golden Point Resort. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hola, my name is General from Rugby Village. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic.
I'm Moses from Valeu. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Marida Manako. I'm from Kandavu. I like listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Tilipa from Tavwa Town. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits. Gold FM, only the classic hits.